Hey everyone, what's going on? My name's Live, and in today's video we're going to be discussing when the next DLC will drop for Payday 2 on Xbox One and PS4. It's a topic I've covered about 50 times now since the Master Plan DLC, but however in this video we have got some fresh optimism as to when the DLC will drop. There's some new posts in the Steam thread I want to discuss, go into what I think they mean, and then beyond that make predictions for what will drop and when it will drop. So we'll get into that all in good time, but very quickly I just want to talk about last week's video. Now, as a number of you pointed out, there was a post from Goris that he put up that week that I did not feature in my video, and there's a very good reason for that. It's purely because I made the video on the Thursday, and Goris put that up on the Friday before my video went live. So by the time he posted this update I'm going to cover in a second, I'd already made the video, edited it, uploaded it, scheduled it, done everything I needed to do for it, and I didn't physically have time to go off and make a new video because even at the time when he posted it, I was live streaming, so there was no chance for me to correct it, so I figured I'll just post the video and leave a huge pinned comment underneath it. So apologies to anyone who was confused by that as to why I didn't include the information. It's literally because it wasn't there when I made the video. But either way, I'm going to go into the new post from Goris, cover what he said, what they mean, and we'll go into predictions and everything else from there. Now, as a very quick recap for anyone who hasn't actually been following my videos recently, I just want to update everyone on what the situation was up to this point. Now, Goris, one of the Overkill crew members, and all the console development team have let us know that the next DLC will be split into two parts, purely because some of the stuff is ready to go live and they figured why not release it, and some of the stuff was not ready. I made some predictions as to what I think that DLC would include, but either way I'll be going into those predictions again at the end of this video, so there's no point in clarifying that because I have got, you know, my thoughts on it, and I figure it's best to discuss that later after I've discussed when I think the DLC will drop. However, Goris then put something else in the Steam thread which I mentioned he put up last Friday before my video went live, and we're going to cover it now and then go into his second Steam post and we'll make some predictions after that. So in the Steam thread, Goris posted, "Hi Heisters, we want to add a new feature with the next update, and at the last stage of testing we found a problem that required us to rewrite part of that system. We have the option to release the update without it, but we believe it is better if we delay more to get the feature out as well, rather than to skip it now and delay the following update. We'll let you know when we are close to release. See you in CrimeNet." Now, as many of you will be able to agree with me here, this post is very vague. It doesn't give you much of an idea as to how many problems they've got, how long it's going to take to resolve them, anything along the whole time frame idea, you know, how long it's going to be delayed by to try and fix these issues. And as a result, we don't really know what was going to happen as a result had Goris have not made another update, which we'll discuss in a second. And as somebody very correctly pointed out in my live stream chat on that Friday when the update went up, basically the logic is if they're going to be splitting the update into two parts, why didn't they just take the thing that's causing an issue, put it back into the second part, and then release everything else that was in part one and just put it out the door anyway? Well, there's a specific reason for that, and that's because it actually didn't take as long as we thought it would to release the DLC and to fix, you know, all the testing problems, basically. So to get the DLC out the door is going to be a lot easier than we actually thought after Goris made this post. The reason being is that 4 days later, he quoted somebody in the Steam thread and then gave us some more information through that quote. Thug Reactor posted, "Damn nothing on my birthday," and Goris replied to it saying, "Well, since it is your birthday, here is some good news. Today we fixed the last remaining issues I mentioned last time, and we will now test again and hopefully move to submission. Happy Heist Day." Now, this was made 3 days ago. Since then, he has not said anything else in the Steam thread, so as far as I'm concerned, he might tell us when they send the DLC for submission, he might not, he might keep it a surprise. It's a very, very difficult matter to try and get information on. However, the key thing to note is that whatever was causing the issue with the update has now been resolved. So, provided the testing is successful again, now they don't find any other issues, the DLC is about to drop. We haven't got long to wait, which is extremely exciting. And for some of you who are asking me what I thought was causing the issue, well, as far as I'm concerned, there's only two major features we're missing on console that I think were coming in this next update anyway, which is Crime Spree and Team AI. Safe House and the safes and skins had already been confirmed by Goris to not be coming in the next update, and we don't have any information as to whether it'll come in the one after or whether it will be longer than that. It's really something I'm not too sure about. It's a dodgy subject, and once this DLC drops and we have more of an idea of what's coming next, I'll be able to cover it, go into more detail, and we'll see what we think at that point. But as a result, as I said, only Crime Spree and Team AI were going to be coming in this update as far as my predictions went, as far as my, you know, reasonable guesses are concerned. And out of the two, the one that seems more content, coding heavy, and, you know, much more difficult to program, I would have thought Crime Spree was what caused the issue, as far as I'm concerned. I'm not too sure whether they're going to be using Continental coins for Crime Spree and Team AI. I know that's how it works on PC. But because they're not bringing the safe house out, I'm not sure whether Continental coins are going to come anyway. It's a very dodgy subject, so it could be that, you know, there's some issue in how it works, paying for the Crime Spree, getting your rewards, cashing out. We don't really know, and they're not going to go into that much detail. I don't expect them to. Just more information like this we very much appreciate it because it's keeping open with the audience and letting them know what the situation is. But as a result, that basically means that all we have to wait for now is for the final stages of testing to complete, and then the DLC will be sent off to Sony and Microsoft for approval, and then after that, the DLC will drop anytime soon. So, how long will it take to submit the DLC to Sony and Microsoft and for them to approve it? Well, typically, they say 1 to 2 weeks. However, it can take a lot longer than that. It can take 3 to 4. It very much depends on how quick Sony and Microsoft can get the DLC, turn it around, test it, approve it, and get it back out to Overkill with an all-clear sign and say, okay, this DLC can drop. We really don't know. It very much depends, and we'll just have to take it and see how it goes. Now, in my last video, I predicted a release date of June. However, as a result, I'm a bit more skeptical as to whether they'll make June. But if they don't, it'll be early July. Because once they finish the testing, they'll send it off, and we're already halfway through June now. There's only 2 weeks until July, roughly, so it might be a bit much to expect it this month, but I think July is fairly certain. But honestly, I don't mind it coming in July rather than June, now that I know it's coming sooner and I've got more of an idea. Because in the past, it's just been, you know, making rough predictions, saying, it'll come this month, okay, maybe it'll come this month, okay, maybe it'll come the month after, and we haven't really known. This is the first solid bit of information that's given us a direct pointer as to when we'll expect the DLC. So hopefully, with that in mind, that means we'll see it very soon. Now, for those of you, as in the past I've said, haven't been watching the previous videos, what do I think is going to drop in this next update? Well, I'm thinking everything between what we were up to last time with the Master Plan, which was the Gauge Russian Weapon Pack, and then going up right until the end of 2017 with the Brooklyn Bank, the Compact 40mm grenade launcher, and everything in between except for H3H3. And the reason being for that is that Goris said in one of his earlier posts that the first update of the 2 was going to include 1 new character. It was singular, it didn't say multiple heisters. Which is a bit weird for Overkill's console updates, because every update they've done for console has included at least 2 characters. There were 2 with Master Plan, 3 with Most Wanted, and 3 or 4, I can't quite remember, with Big Score. I think it was 3, not too sure. So we are a bit light on characters this time, but either way, as far as I'm concerned, 1 is better than none. However, even though we're only getting 1 character in this next update, that doesn't mean we're not going to be getting a great deal of content. We're going to be getting a number of heists and a number of different weapons. For instance, people have requested the Union 5.56 rifle, the Grim shotguns, which can be single or dual wielded, the World War II weapon pack, all of which I think will come, and obviously a few more weapons than that. I can't remember all of them off the top of my head. I'm not a walking Wikipedia. But on top of that, heists such as the Brooklyn Bank, the Diamond heist, the Reservoir Dogs heist, things that will drop that basically came on PC before the end of 2017. I do not believe anything from Spring Break 2018 will see its way onto console yet. I feel like all of that stuff will come in the second half of this big DLC drop. It just doesn't seem realistic to predict it to drop too soon, which would be the Breaking Feds heist and the Henry's Rock heist. I don't see either of them coming. That's just my opinion. I could be wrong, but that just seems logical to me. And then, as I've said already, the 2 features that I think will drop in the update will be Crime Spree and Team AI. It makes no physical sense for any of the features to come over, especially since Goris said in the past that Safe House and Safes and Skins are not coming. So, you know, you gotta make predictions based on what you think is gonna happen. And that's what I think. And as a result, that means that all that stuff I think is gonna drop in July. It might be nice to get at the end of June, but, you know, depending on how long it takes Sony and Microsoft to test things and approve them, it's probably gonna be somewhere in early to mid-July. So, once I know more information, I will put it out there, but as far as I'm concerned, that's a lot of optimism, and hopefully it will be well-rewarded optimism. So, we'll see how it goes, and if I get any more information, I will update you guys. And as for everyone on the Nintendo Switch, I will get a video out on that soon. I need to just get some more information because I don't really know much at all at the minute. I know you guys are behind on DLC compared to the Master Plan update on Xbox One and PS4, but beyond that, I'm trying to get more information as to when the DLC will drop. When I know, I'll let you guys know. It'll probably be a better idea to make it after this DLC drops for my platform and for PS4, because, you know, I can't juggle everything at once. I have to try and focus on something. But either way, don't worry, when I have information, I will put it out. I'll let you guys know. I know people are asking for it. I'm well aware, and I'm sorry I haven't got anything just yet. But other than that, thank you all very much for watching this video. If you have enjoyed it, please do give it a thumbs up. And leave all your thoughts, as always, down below in the comment section. What do you think about what I've predicted? Do you think all the DLC I've talked about is going to drop? Do you think some of it isn't going to drop? Do you think I've missed something out? Or do you think that my release date is incorrect? And do you think I'm too optimistic about what's been put in the Steam thread? As always, all your thoughts, as long as they're well put together and not disrespectful, are welcome down in the comments below. Get talking with each other. Get talking with me. I'll see you all down there. But other than that, thank you all for watching. Do like the video if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you are new. And guys, I'll see you all in the next video. Take it easy.